going through here, Oh, okay. Good job on the braking. Good job on the braking. Good job on the horn usage. Got himself out of the situation. Moving on. Look at that. Good job. Let's go. We're going to be riding through here. I use my phone on my mount, too, for GPS. I use a ROKFORM now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. What the heck? Yeah, I use my phone mounted on my handlebars for GPS also, but I use the ROKFORM mount. I believe that's a quad lock. You guys use whatever you want to use, but I got you a 25% discount if you use the link in the description. So anyways, we're going through here. Hard, crazy turns, no centerline stripe, ride within the conditions present. You know, we got shaded areas everywhere. It kind of messes up your lineage. You don't know who's coming around these blind curves. So push yourself into a better position. So get off to the right. Plan your ride, position for safety for best line of sight, best space cushions, best escape routes. Slow it down a little bit just in case you need a break. This is a crazy situation right here. You got somebody coming around this turn like a weirdo. Now, here's the thing. It's just an electric bike. It's an electric bicycle. It wasn't a motorcycle. Thankfully, he's got some gear. Not a lot. But man, you can be a smart rider on a motorcycle, bicycle, car, rollerblades, skateboard, seeks out and recognizes hazardous situations. That's for anything. Maintains fundamental skills. Hey, that's for anything. Acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. Hey, that's for anything. Rescue another rider. Okay, maybe not. Teaches a mentor. Oh, okay, maybe not. Either way, you could do the first 3 of Smart Rider principles for anything you do, even for bicycles. This guy was going too fast around the turn, went wide, almost clipped us. Could have been a car. What if it were a car? Boom. Gotta be careful, everybody. Moving on right here. Welcome to Wales. Sheep near miss. KTM 690. All right. Animals out of nowhere. Animals out of nowhere. Nothing you can really do, but here's what I liked is he didn't panic. Let's take a quick look at this real quick. So he's traveling through here. Didn't panic at all. And that's usually going to happen as a new rider or somebody not really paying attention. You're going to slam that front brake, dump the bike. So what he did was just kind of squeezed progressive brake pressure and did a good job. So he's going to see this thing right here, start to squeeze. So this is the perception reaction. The animal wants to get out of the way. You just need to slow down enough to get him out of the way, and then you move on. All right? There we go. So we're moving through here. Whoa, already. Okay, we crashed. Why did we go so wide on this one? Write it in the comments why we went wide. Write it in the comments. That bike is destroyed. So that right there, that can come off. That's not a big deal. But that front end right there just probably broken, damaged. Let's go back just a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the image leading up to this. So take a look at the turn. So this is where we exited. So we're coming around this turn, and then we did this. Okay? Well, let's make it a little bit better. So we coming around this turn, and we did this. Now, why do you think we did that? What kind of turn does this look like so far? It looks like it could be one of like these turns instead of one of these turns. Does that make sense? So this is more of a 180 degree, 150 degree, you know, we're going into geometries now. Decreasing radius possibly. So a little bit more of a skill-based turn. Going too fast. I see it right there. Dave Allen, everybody shoompa-doo. I love your name. Yeah, maybe a little too fast around a turn that is a little bit more technical. Okay? So that's what it looks like to me. So we didn't get to see what happened prior to that, but we can assume, right? We can assume what happened. Now, do you think maybe he was trying to keep up with the person up front? Look, there's a rider up there. Do you think maybe he's trying to keep up with that? So we can also maybe go into ego. Maybe not too much, you know, maybe just kind of going out of our scope of skill. But going a little bit too fast, a little bit of ego. Went into the corner. Now, these things right here, no buenos hitting that. Actually, no buenos hitting anything, but these things won't move. If you get underneath, you start sliding, and you go underneath it, bang your head here, wrap your body around that, you're going to be split in half. All right? Especially at high speeds. You got very lucky. You kind of bounced off it. So don't go too fast. right? Don't go too fast. Watch out for decreasing radius turns. Don't try to keep up with the buddies in front of you. Have yourself a Bluetooth system like Cardo that we use to keep in touch just in case they're getting a little bit too far from you. Alright, so weirdest case of road rage.
In which the driver doesn't respect a safe distance at all, almost pushing the biker out of his lane.
Okay, okay, whoa, right there, immediately let the dum-dum be in front of you. You sit back, increase that space cushion, let them be dumb. Now, if that's your buddy in front, get on your Cardo pack talk and be like, hey, let this dumbass get in front of me, or in front of you. Pull over so he can get away. Don't let him get near you. He's an idiot. And that way you can keep your buddy safe. This right here, look at this. Look at this. This is why I want you to sit back. Once if he hits that vehicle head on, you're gonna have to navigate around that. Look at, he's pushing everybody out. Holy crap. So he just witnessed it. He probably saw that in his mirror, did a good 360 situation where there's not much we could have done here. So we got this idiot right here driving, not paying attention. And who knows, maybe not an idiot. Maybe it's just somebody with like a diabetic emergency, like I got it home. What does that say on the back? Newspaper deliveries. Okay, maybe he's just terrible. Anyways, so he's gonna do this. Now, as soon as you see that and you have a Bluetooth system and that's your buddy, you let him know, hey, dude in the silver vehicle just did something stupid. Let him get around you. Pull over, let him get in front. Now, the reason why I want you to do that is because later on, when he starts passing everybody, once if he gets a head-on collision, let's say you're right up on his ass and he gets a head-on collision right here. Do you have enough space cushion to do anything? No. So let him go farther. So slow down right now like he's doing. You see how he's getting further and further away? That's what I want you guys to do. Let the dum-dum do their dum-dum things way in front of you. You have time to react, okay? But let your buddy know. Let your buddy know what's going on. He could be drunk, Gator. I don't know. So right here, definitely letting them know. We're kind of witnessing. Now, as soon as you see this, okay, good job on that rider. Now, you don't have to go crazy to the right because you don't want to get, off the road. But as soon as you see this, right here, come on. There you go. So you don't know if they're going to collide. So this rider, go ahead and decelerate and get back here. Because if they collide right here, you're going to have to navigate whatever situation's happening there. But if you're back here and they collide right here, you can kind of see where things start to settle. You can slow down, progressively brake, and you can find escape routes pretty easily. So sit back once you see something like this. Woo! Look how close. Look at the other drivers had to move off the road. Look at that. They had to move off the road. Man. That is dumb. You know I love having my phone on the handlebars so I can see what turns are coming up utilizing my GPS. The best way I think you could do that is using the ROKFORM mount. I use it for my mountain bike, the little FTRs, and then also the big boy FTR that I ride. And guys, links in the description for a discount. Check it out. You're gonna like it, and I'll be seeing you around.
Where the driver in such a hurry that he's a danger not only to the biker but to the pedestrian as well.
It scares me sometimes. Whoa, what are you doing? It's always a Prius. It's always a Prius. What the heck? What the heck?
You couldn't wait? Yeah, you should wait. Was a pedestrian crossing. You don't just overtake. Go.
Exactly. It was very unsafe. Not just, very unsafe, not just for you, but for the pedestrians, right? So what the MotoStars was saying is that there's pedestrians, the motorcyclist is slowing down, motorcyclist is slowing down, letting them go, and then right here, off to our left, we got a little dum-dum doing that. All right? People are impatient, but I'm glad he's nice and safe. At the end of the day, it's a close call. It's not a crash. I'm happy about it. Not much you could have done in that situation. That's why we do smart rider principles, right? That's why we're focused on acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment. Links in description for RevZilla. It's a great affiliate. They help out a lot. Good beginner list. I'm only linking to the beginner list because they have a good selection for pretty inexpensive stuff, and it's highly rated. Check it out. Here we go. Moving on with this one. Going a little too fast. 160, 180. Whoa, intersection. Found an escape route. He found an escape route. Hey, you know what? Not very smart with the smart rider principles. He's not seeking out and recognizing hazardous situations. But he found an escape route. Luckily, right? Anyways, here we go. We're going to go through here. He's going 150. Okay, now it's 160. 185. Now, this is probably European country. You can kind of see the license plate's really long and rectangular. It ain't thick. That's what she said. So it's probably kilometers per hour. So somebody write in the comments what 185 kilometers per hour is. All right, we do America units here. So anyways, right here, it's an intersection. You see sides of the vehicles. We should be in orange stage. People are slowing down. People could be path of travel. All these different things. Lots of bad situations. We definitely don't have a good total stopping distance right here. We cannot stop in time before here. We cannot stop. Now, what do we have here, Alex? What do we have here, Alex? Hats off to me, sir. Well, thank you. What we have here is not enough room for total stopping distance. We need to find an escape path, and that's what he does. Kind of last second, kind of on accident, but you're going to see the narrowest of narrowest escape paths because we have this curb here. We can't escape to the right because we have all these vehicles here. If this vehicle's right here that, yeah, there you go, is turning right, and we try to go around the right side, we could possibly collide with them. So he only picked the only escape route that he could do. Now, I wouldn't be going this fast if that's the only thing I could do because my other escapes and emergency maneuvers would be total stopping distance and braking. I want both options, not just one. But that's why I don't think he's doing too much of a smart rider principles, but we're going to take what's good out of this and we're going to watch what happened. So let's go back just a little bit. You're going to hear him skid the tires because he locks up his brakes. You see that? How he's a little bit slipping and sliding. Look at that bottom right there where it says 527 2021. See the handlebars kind of slipping and sliding? Now that right there, what that is that rear tire losing traction and he's fishtailing. He's fishtailing it. Now he got lucky, it grabbed traction right here and he fishtailed it into this narrow area. Now take a look at this narrow area right here. This is all we need. It's not what we want. It's what we need. So if you are going through or getting up to here and for no fault to your own, let's just say there was a mistake or this person slammed the brakes and you can't stop in time, shoot for that little gap. That is what we're going to take away from this video. We can completely remove the fact that he's speeding. Let's not do that. We're smart riders. We're not going to do that. But right here is what we need to take away from this. He's very lucky, Brandon. Exactly. Very lucky. And he didn't panic and slam the brakes. Typically, you see that too. So remember, swerving is a great tool. It's a very good tool. All right, here we go.
The rider on the left wanted to avoid the traffic jam in not entirely legal way. Unfortunately, he didn't notice the cops.
Whoa. Yeah, you're not allowed to do... Oh, there's a cop right in front of this motorcyclist. He was on the wrong side just to get away from that. You got in trouble, buddy. Woo-wee! Hey, don't be dum-dums. Don't be dum-dums. One thing I would change through this video is just wear some gloves. This rider wears some gloves. Now, the reason why I say that is because when your hands get sweaty, especially in the hot sun or if you're out riding, we're not getting a lot of airflow because we got the fender in front of the little bat wing blocking the wind, so you're going to get a little bit sweaty. You don't want your hands sliding off when you're trying to do turns and stuff like that. So gloves will help prevent that. You get better tactile feel too. Plus, if you do drop the bike and you put your hands down, you're not going to mess up your hands too well or too bad if you had gloves on compared to this. So that's the only thing I would change. Obviously, don't be that dumb doing that in front of the cops or at all. It's very unsafe. All right. So the 5 biggest dangers to motorcyclists on the road. Number 3, panic stops. All right, so we're gonna be making sure that we're not doing that. Now, how do we do that? All right, so it's not gonna be like, oh crap, they came out of nowhere and I had to slam the brakes and lay her down. That's not the case, okay? If we're having to slam the brakes at the last second, we got a little poo-poo in our pantalones and went into brown stage, we need to be going into red stage. If you don't know what the color code chart is, we do have a video on that, and make sure you pay attention. It's an older video, we might have to update it. But panic stop. So right now I'm not paying attention. It's a red light coming up ahead. Oh crap! No, you need to pay attention. As a smart rider, you're seeking out and recognizing hazardous situations. And if you notice, I'm not panicking.
I'm coming to a nice stop. I'm using the rear brake and engine braking this whole time. So you could utilize that. You don't have to go crazy all of a sudden last second go boop and slam the brakes, okay? So that's what's getting a lot of people. Now, intersections are pretty easy to see ahead. But when a vehicle comes out at you and they get in front of you like a left turn or right turner, whew, they might make you a little poo-poo and you get panicked. Now, the thing is, you can see that pattern ahead of time. You can be prepped and ready, go into orange stage. You already get your hands on the brakes, already starting to squeeze, reduce your perception reaction braking distance equal total stopping distance. You can easily do that, okay, if you pay attention. So seek out and recognize those hazard situations, be a smart rider, and you will have less and less and less panic stops, everybody, okay? Pay attention. Another thing that really gets motorcycle riders that you got to be paying attention to, it's a big danger, it happens all the time, a lot of new riders, and it could be experienced riders, is gravel or any type of surface hazard, road surface hazard. So you can have paint, you can have water, you can have oil, you can have anything. You notice I increased my space cushion because I see these turners right here. Okay, big dangers, plan my ride, you know, I'll locate them, adapt to them if I have to. All right, so gravel can be very bad, especially in a turn. So turning requires traction on your tires. Riding right straight takes traction. It doesn't take a whole bunch. It's natural for the bike wanting to stay up, but when you're turning, it needs traction for turning. It needs traction for acceleration. It needs traction for deceleration. It needs traction, like I said, for turning. So if we're in the middle of a turn, it needs traction. If you're giving a little bit of throttle in the turn, it needs traction. You only have so much traction on your tire. That's why you have hard compounds, soft compounds, race compounds, touring like all these different kinds of tire compounds that allow it to grip the road in a different way, stronger, better, slower, whatever it is. But if you're riding in a turn and there's gravel that wants to take away some of that traction, you gotta watch out for that bag. It wants to take some of that traction. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter how good of a rider you are. It doesn't matter. It's gonna go ahead and take it away from you. So the best thing you could possibly do, watch out, fool. Hey, calm down. Is to reduce your speed, reduce your turning angle, and obviously avoid the gravel in the first place. Now, if you can't avoid it because you have a gravel road you gotta ride on, or if you have definitely gravel across the whole road, what do? Go ahead and straighten it up a little bit, go as slow as possible over it, and then once you pass it, go ahead and go your normal speed. That's really what it is. So gravel is easy to handle. I do have a video on that, so that will be linked in the description. Make sure you pay attention. That's a nice parking lot right there. Whew, I love it. Anyways,
We just watched a ton of close calls and crashes. Now, if this is something you like, please show it to me by clicking that like button and commenting down below. Now, here's the thing. You have to submit your own videos in order for this to happen. So if you want to, there's a link in the description for that. But go ahead and check out this video right here, and then maybe this one right here. This one's actually pretty dang good. I had a ton of fun with this one. I'll be seeing you guys around.